Boy, howdy.
Josiah? What?
It's been a long time since I went by that name. So what's happening, Bright Eyes? What's the job?
He was a quick one, the kind that don't go slow. He was talking a big game, like he was too old for Little League. He gave me a look that smelt of a plan. True to phone. His voice gave me a look. He said the plan of smell. No, that's not right.
Okay, I have no clue why I'm calling you, but I just got this note that says, call Josiah right now. It's important.
Important? Important. Sounds like a case.
Josiah, I have no clue what's going on right now, but I am begging you, please do not try and destroy me in RTTTA.
This is a cold case. The kind that ain't warm. It looks like I'll need to give it a little heat.
Okay then.
Stake your claim, Bright Eyes.
Okay, go save the world's fish from starvation, or something.
Already on it.
That's great. Awesome. That's just great. Go save the world's fish. That's great. You know what? I'm warning you. If you see any of my clones...
You've changed, Bright Eyes. You're not the same shine as the other was.
What are you talking about?
Got a juice, Bright Eyes. I got me some fish to save.
But...
It's just you and me, Freddy girl. You and me against all of them in this dark, dark world. Let's do this.
Freddy Fish is one of the main characters of the Humongous Entertainment video game empire, alongside Putt-Putt, Spy Fox, Pajama Sam, and others. For myself and many other people, the Humongous Entertainment games are childhood incarnate. For the most part, they're point-and-click adventure games with a cartoony atmosphere and excellent gameplay. Freddy Fish, in the case of the missing kelp seeds, is the first game in one of Humongous's most expansive series, aptly named Freddy Fish. It's the story of a fish named Freddy, no kidding, and her friend named Luther. Freddy's
Grandma Grouper
has lost her valuable chest full of the kelp seeds that keep the circle of life going. It seems the kelp seeds have been stolen, and Freddy and Luther swim into action to find the kelp seeds and save all underwater life. Because
if we don't find them soon, all the fish are going to die.
Alright kids, have fun playing this game. Oh, but remember, if you can't solve a puzzle so you can't beat the game, your entire civilization will die!
As you may expect, there's some unsavory business going on. A couple of scheming sharks working for the Squid Father are the ones who stole the kelp seeds, and they're trying to get them back too because they lost them. Good work, guys. Good work. Most of your time playing the game is spent doing typical point-and-click adventure stuff. You find clues, you help people out, you get items, you use those items to make different things happen, you get the idea. So we start our investigation, and pretty soon we reach the junkyard. The underwater junkyard! Before we go there though, it's time for a math lesson from
Mr. Starfish, your math teacher for today.
He wants us to solve some math problems, and I'm a big kid now, so I'm gonna choose the hardest difficulty, advanced.
How much is 75 plus
91.
very good?
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Man, if Freddy and Luther get that happy about something as simple as solving a freaking math problem, then what am I doing wrong with my life?
Yay! 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 Yay!
Uh-oh, looks like we've got to save
My guppy, guppy, guppy.
from being stuck under a rock. Looks like a job for plank of wood. But first, let me grab this fancy shell because I'm a jerk.
Mommy!
Gabby, thank you both.
All in a day's work for Freddy Fish. As a reward for saving the guppy, we get a purple sea urchin. There are a bunch of these hidden throughout the game, and we need to use them to open the gateway to access the volcano. The underwater volcano. There's a message in a bottle here, but who cares about that? Just beyond the volcano is the Clamshell Theater. We can see all kinds of amazing acts. Riveting. The next clue brought me, Freddy, and Luther to Alcatraz, home of Frankie the fishing pole mole, Louie, the bucket who made Big Joe kick the can, and the baddest of them all, Fiddler Crab, the only guy in the eastern seaboard crabby enough to get solitary confinement. We talked terms with Fiddler Crab. We came to an understanding. If we helped the crab, Frankie the fishing pole mole would help us get the scoop we've been looking for to put the Squid Father out of business for good like.
Thanks for unlocking the cage. Here, you can have my fishing pole.
Near where we met Fiddler Crab, there's a minigame where you have to feed turtles. There's not a lot to this minigame, but I did have the game glitch out on me in a pretty funny way when I tried to quit.
That was fun, Freddy! It sure was, but we'd better continue our search for Grandma Grouper's kelp seeds. Such polish.
Next up, we visit Herman the Hermit Crab.
I wish I could get some sleep, Freddy. But this shell, it glows all day. It glows all night.
We need that glowing shell for something a bit later, so let's trade him the purple one we found back when we saved...
Here, Freddy. Maybe you can use this glowing shell.
Luther's a total hoss all day, every day. One cool thing about the Humongous games is that in every area of the game, there's always lots of stuff to click on to make completely insignificant and yet oddly entertaining things happen. In fact, this interactivity with the environments is straight up advertised on the box. Like it's some major gameplay mechanic or something. I mean, I don't know, if you're just gonna throw it at the kids, I guess?
Anything to keep the kiddies entertained, so that Mummy and Daddy can get a few moments of well-deserved rest from their incessant bloody chatter.
Can you really see yourself being captivated for all that long by this? Well, maybe I can, but that's besides the point. A few more messages in bottles and a visit to the ever so horrifying Skull Cave later, we use Frankie the fishing pole mole to grab the final clue, and we are instantly whisked away to the final area of the game. The sunken pirate ship. This final area of the game is a great way to illustrate how the Humongous Entertainment point-and-click games work. Grandma Grouper's kelp treasure is locked inside the cabin of the pirate ship. To get to it, we need to get the crank that turns the mechanism that opens the window of the cabin. To get the crank, we need to sing a song with a pirate captain so that he'll break the crank off of his musical instrument. Now the captain wants a new musical instrument, so we go outside to find a peg-leg pirate who wants a crutch to replace the mandolin he's been leaning on for support. Fortunately, there's a crutch inside the pirate ship, so we take that to the peg-leg, he trades us the mandolin, we take the mandolin to the pirate captain, sing another song, and he gives us the crank that we need to open the window to get into the cabin so we can recover Grandma Grouper's kelp treasure.
That wasn't so complicated, now was it?
So we've come all this way, solved all these puzzles, found all these clues, and at last we've done it. We've found the kelp seeds.
Grandma Grouper's kelp treasure! Yeah!
But it's not over yet. The Squid Father's shark henchmen, the ones who stole the kelp seeds in the first place, are here as well. So, what's going to happen? Will we fight a climactic battle against the sharks with the fate of the entire ocean in the balance? Will we outsmart the sharks and escape within an inch of losing our lives? Will I ever get around to watching Princess Mononoke? Will I ever get a girlfriend? Will this moment of personal crisis continue to invade this game review? No. Turns out everything can be solved through the power of sharing.
If we share the seeds, we can all grow kelp.
Share the kelp seeds? Gee, boss.
That's right. Sharing. Sharing. Sharing! That magical Deus Ex Machina that solves every problem in kids' entertainment for ages 3 to 8.
Freaking communists.
Freddy and Luther take the kelp seeds back to Grandma Grouper. The ocean's kelp crops begin to grow, and the lives of all the fish on Earth are saved. And that's about it. I have to say, I didn't like Freddy Fish much as a kid. I much preferred Spy Fox and Pajama Sam to a girl game where the girl is the main character. But my 21-year-old self isn't nearly as stupid as my 7-year-old self, and I can appreciate the game for what it really is. The art direction is really good, the characters are memorable, the gameplay is fun if a bit simplistic, and all in all, this game is a great way to kill an hour. One thing that's really cool about the Humongous games is that there's actually a lot of replay value. as advertised on the game's box, the world of the game changes every time you play. Usually that means there's about 3 or 4 possible gameplay experiences from any given Humongous Entertainment game, and Freddi Fish in the case of the missing kelp seeds is no exception. Usually though, the gameplay differences are pretty small. You may go to some different areas and solve some different puzzles than you did in your other playthroughs, but I think that in and of itself makes these games special. I remember having favorite playthroughs of the Humongous games as a kid, and I played those games so much that I could tell which storyline had been loaded up based on the first few minutes of gameplay. Seriously, I was that into these games. As childhood games go though, Freddi Fish was never one I played much as a kid, but I still can't say that there's no nostalgia involved in how I feel about the game. But the fact that to this day I was entertained and satisfied by such a simple and fun little point-and-click game says a lot about Humongous Entertainment's lasting legacy. And who knows, maybe, just like Freddi Fish, we could all try sharing. Just a little bit more. It might just make the world a better place. Nah.
Garrett. Yeah, what? We found Josiah's house. We know where to go now. Hang on. Then what are you doing back here? Well, we all came back to tell you that we found Josiah's house.
You've already forgotten how to get back to Josiah's house, haven't you?
Yep, and Tracy's missing. What?
The case was cracked. Freddi and I, we locked down the Squid Father's operation like a key that locks a lock. Freddi went to dinner at her grandma's. Not that I could blame her. She's some dame. Too good for the likes of me. Like a dame that's better than me. Still, as I watched her swim away, I couldn't help but wonder, would I ever see Freddi Fish again? Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video. If you had fun watching, please leave a like down below. And if you want to stay in touch with me, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. If you want to watch more of my videos, be sure and subscribe to stay updated when I upload. And click on one of those older videos if you want to experience some of the magic of sharing, just like Freddi Fish. She's some dame.